What do you think we should do?
We just moved her up again, you know, I know that we just did that
38968.
yesterday because.
Do you gonna look yourself?
All right, so she pled guilty to attempted possession of a controlled substance. Alice, anything you have to say? First of all, was everything in the report accurate?
Everything in the report appears to be accurate. We have no material request for deletions or additions, but there is a small revision we would request. I'm sorry. Paragraph 5, Your Honor, there's a recommendation that my client take part in intensive outpatient substance abuse treatment. We take the position that we don't think this is necessary, Your Honor. My client is receiving care and has been successfully with her physician using Suboxone, and she has been cleared for at least the last 2 years with no relapse, Your Honor. She did admit in the interview to having some marijuana a couple of weeks ago. She now understands she needs a medical marijuana card. She can't do that. It's not a problem for her. She hasn't had it the last at least 2 weeks. If she were to drop now, she'd drop clean, Your Honor. So we would ask that the court reconsider that component, Your Honor. She is doing what's necessary.
Wait a second, she's been doing Vicodin, then she was prescribed Suboxone to help her fight the opiate, right?
Yes.
And now you're back fooling around with other drugs, right?
No.
What do you mean, no? Let me read this.
The underlying charge has to be possession, Your Honor. And she was in a circumstance where she could not deny that under the law, she was in possession of this material. However, she's not using it.
Wait a minute. They located 2 prescription bottles inside of your purse. You had amphetamines, right?
Yes,
You weren't prescribed the amphetamines. Pardon?
I was not.
And why don't you need treatment? You've been fighting this addiction for 14 years, it looks like. You've got on the opiates. How old are you?
I'm 36.
So you started using opiates when you were 22, which is bad. I mean, it's bad.
I was prescribed Vicodin after I had my son.
Oh, yeah, I get it. But you used them, you weren't prescribed it for 9 years, were you?
No, I was not.
Okay, so you used it for 9 years, and then the last 5, you've been on Suboxone, right?
Well, the last 2. Last 2 years I've been on Suboxone.
It says 5 here, but that's neither here nor there. They also confiscated crack cocaine from your purse, right?
No,
They didn't?
no. They accused me of having that.
Your Honor, my client admitted to being in possession of controlled substance, prescribed controlled substance. However, if there were more details with the court would understand that this was an actual prescription of her passenger, and her passenger, you know, even to this day would be willing to come in and take.
Why in the world are you holding on to other people's drugs for them?
She was in the car with me.
You put them in your purse.
Well, Your Honor, she obviously
Right.
wouldn't want to have them rolling around on the ground in case she gets stopped by the police. There it is. I mean,
Didn't she have a purse?
I was pulled over in Allen Park. She was in the car with me.
Listen to what I'm asking. Why are you putting somebody else's drugs in your purse?
Because I didn't want to leave them where they were. I had just been pulled over and they were under the passenger seat because my car was searched in Allen Park. And then I dropped her off. I got pulled over again in Woodhaven. And they were underneath the seat from when my car had been searched previously.
so she's out on her second drive. She sees the stuff. She's paranoid. Oh my God.
Okay, good enough. Good enough. What else?
So again, we just ask that you reconsider, Your Honor. She's doing well. Past 2 years, again, she's really controlled, no relapses. Just give her an opportunity, Your Honor. You'll see that that isn't a problem. It's an unfortunate circumstance when she's learned from in terms of who she hangs around and being more mindful of what they might leave behind in her vehicle, whoever it might be.
Anything else, Dan?
I do go to the doctor monthly for my Suboxone and they test my urine every time I go there.
18 months probation. I'll make it 12. I'll tell you what, I'll make it 12.
Thank you.
You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom poppy seeds and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and EDGs. Follows weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it bi-weekly for 3. If you're clean, then I'll make it monthly. AANA twice a week until an intensive outpatient treatment program. You're still going to have to go to AANA. 3 days court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that, for a total of $105. 1 day of community service by August the 31st. So 8 hours community service by August 31st. Intensive outpatient, 12-step meetings twice a week until an IOP. And then fines 100, one costs 125, 75 victim choice fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs here amount to $350. Screening fees 60 for 410. Probation fees are $240. And then you have $105 in court work program fees. Ma'am, your total $755. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 45 days. This being an attempt, you have 21 days to appeal and you have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand all that, ma'am?
You catch that now?
Yes.
Good. All right, so she's not discharged from all obligations, so we gotta we're gonna return 10%. We're not keeping the 10%. Heather, so you got $300 to apply. Do you have the rest?
Judge, she also has that impeding, I'm sorry, and I don't know if I didn't hear this. She has that impeding traffic ticket
Yeah.
too.
My mistake. 150 on that one. 150 on that one.
Okay, I
Okay,
need some time to pay that balance, Your Honor.
how much do you have today, young lady?
But you still have-
You owe 755 and 150 for 905. You have a $300 bond.
Pay 200 today.
You pay on the impeding now, that's 150. Wait a minute, we also have $200 posted on that file. Tell you what, you actually have 500 plus 200, you have $700. I'm gonna have you pay the impeding today. I'm gonna have you pay $500 now on the attempt possession, and I'll just give you until September the 15th to pay the rest. Fair enough?
Yes.
You'll meet probation. I wish you well. Stay away from that stuff, okay? Good luck. And if you're hiding cocaine for people and just hanging out with the wrong characters. Don, Lexi, Jane, Elaine, Dan, 265B 724898. Call in Beth on this, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I feel like oops, and then,
Your name?
Lexi Dan.
What is she going to do on this?
Your Honor, I find understanding is to be guilty and take responsibility.
Is that what you want to do? If you plead guilty here to knowingly consuming alcohol, this would be your first technical violation. You could get 5 days. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by preponderance of the evidence. Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
I did, Your Honor.
Plead guilty. You'll be giving up all those rights, and we are not going to have a hearing of any kind. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. You still wish to plead guilty
I wish to plead guilty.
to the charge that you consumed alcohol specifically. They claim that you had failed to blow on July 18th at 9 a.m., that you tested positive at 0.065 and then at 9:31 a.m., and then you missed the next several blows. So to the charge, you fail to refrain from consuming alcohol, how do you plead?
I plead guilty. Your Honor.
Did you in fact consume alcohol on that date?
I did, Your Honor.
Intentionally?
I did.
You tried to tell somebody here that it was what?
I told them that I had grabbed it out of the cooler. I was in a panic, Your Honor. And after sobriety court yesterday, I called Miss Wiles and told her that I wanted to accept responsibility because I am working honest.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Your Honor, I was just overwhelmed and I made a bad choice.
So you did consume alcohol and you knew it was alcohol when you were consuming it. Is that true?
It's true, Your Honor.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
Nobody did, Your Honor.
Plea is accepted to that charge. I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, counsel. She's concerned me though. You feel betrayed when you let these guys go on vacation in northern Michigan and other places, and then they start drinking because they're with the wrong.
Well, my client admits that she made a poor decision. I think you might be referencing the third vacation you got counseled for her and that she paid for. She got frustrated and, had a drink, Your Honor. She's admitted it. And, she's asking for another chance. She realizes this is a great opportunity to move forward and improve her life for herself and her 6 children. But she admits she made a mistake and she won't.
Did you call him Ms. Wires?
She didn't answer, but I just told Pam that you needed her.
What would you like to say?
Me, Your Honor? I mean, I messed up. I made a mistake. I've been working really hard on my sobriety, and it's very hard, but it's very rewarding, and I feel pretty stupid about it, and I feel even dumber for lying. I'm willing to do whatever you need me to do, Your Honor. Whether it be more tests, whether it be more sober thing, whether it be more community service, work program, whatever it would be. I would just hope to not have to do any jail time because there's nobody to take care of them. And if I have to, I would absolutely have to figure it out. But it's,
What your name?
Elizabeth
What
West.
do you have to say? She's
Yes.
hitting it now.
Yeah, she did call, yesterday, the initial story about thinking it was water, so forth and so on. At status review, I think she was still upholding kind of that storyline, but she did call yesterday after status review. I think she had a minute to think about it. I think being in status review, hearing obviously other people, made her realize. She's always been pretty forthcoming and honest with me. When she picked up the new offense down in Monroe that's pending, she didn't hesitate to call me. I think this probably was a scary moment for her in a relapse.
What do you think we should do?
We just moved her up again, I know that we just did that yesterday because it predated this particular incident, so there's no phase extension that's needed at this point. But I don't disagree with the continuation of the sober link or even increased testing. I get concerned about Lexi's ability to pay. She is on a very fixed income. That if we consider the extra testing, perhaps a third test a week, and she pays the $15 for that, as opposed to a sober link that's gonna cost her $25 to enroll and $5.50 a day, Your Honor. I think financially,
So increase testing to 3 times a week.
really, Your Honor, for a period of time to determine by yourself and that she paid for that third test.
I'm gonna cut you slack.
Your Honor, I can pay for the sober link if it's needed. The little two's father has let me know because
In this courtroom, the judge carefully listened to every detail before reaching a decision. The court showed patience, fairness, and respect for both sides, while ensuring that accountability remained at the center of justice. The judge's words reflected the importance of responsibility, self-control, and respect for others. Rather than acting on emotion, the court relied on facts, evidence, and the rule of law. This case serves as a reminder that justice is not only about punishment, but also about protecting victims, encouraging accountability, and maintaining public trust. The courtroom once again demonstrated why fairness and law matter in society.
A simple repair dispute took a dramatic turn when the judge began questioning a contractor's invoice. The homeowner claimed the workers spent only about 90 minutes at the property. Yet the bill showed nearly 5 hours of labor. As both sides argued over emergency service fees and workmanship complaints, the judge noticed inconsistencies in the testimony. The courtroom grew tense as questions mounted about whether the charges accurately reflected the work performed. Unsatisfied with the explanations, the judge signaled that more evidence would be needed and suggested bringing in the actual contractor to explain